booked our venue without ever seeing it in person. Hi friends, welcome to episode 1 of our wedding series. I asked you guys on Instagram what type of videos you wanted to see from us, and a lot of you said you wanted to see wedding videos. So I figured we'd do a little series on what we've done so far and continue along in the process until we get married. We got engaged March 10th of this year, so it's been about 6 months? 6 months?
6 months.
6 months. So we've already gotten the major things taken care of, like the venue and things like that. So this is episode 1, and we're going to tell you how we found our venue. Yay!
Okay, next. Talk about the venue.
Yeah, so we booked our venue without ever seeing it in person. We've never seen it before, we just booked it.
You should say why we didn't do that, because we're in Arizona and they're in Ohio.
Yeah. When we were thinking of venues, we were thinking of the vision that we wanted for our wedding. And we currently live in Arizona, but we are originally from Ohio. So we thought it would make most sense to get married back in Ohio, since that's where all of our friends and family are. We also really love Ohio's landscapes and the seasons and that kind of a thing, so the lush greenery and the change of colors will be perfect because we are getting married October 5th of next year, and that time in Ohio is really beautiful. It's still pretty green, but the leaves are starting to change colors, so you get that like beautiful fall, like warm look in your photos. So I'm really excited about that. The weather around that time is 50-50. It could either be 40 and rainy or
75 and sunny.
Yeah, 75 and sunny. Fingers crossed for the better weather. But our venue is really great because we're getting married outside, but if it does rain, it's a covered pavilion. So I'm really excited. After we got engaged, which by the way, if you want to see how Tyler proposed / some videos and pictures and whatnot, I will link the story, the proposal story and how we met down below. And then also I still have my pictures up on my Instagram, and he has pictures on his Instagram where you can go and see his proposal, which was really beautiful. Okay, so basically the next day after we got engaged, we started making a guest list of everybody that we could think of that we would want to invite to our wedding, just to get like the max number of people that we were going to have there, so we could find venues that accommodated to that number. And the number that we got to was like 156. So we were looking for venues that could basically hold a capacity of 200 people.
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
Yeah.
And venues, I mean, we wanted to find a venue like right away because they book up really fast.
Yeah, especially in Ohio, there's not a lot of venues to choose from.
With that capacity, there's a lot of like smaller ones and like, I guess more outdoorsy, like farm feel.
Yeah, and those book up really, really fast because there's very few of them, and yeah.
We just want to get it out of the way mainly, just because that's the biggest thing. Once we have a venue, we can, you know, kind of pick up the flower arrangements, the DJ, like
photographer,
everything.
videographer, like all of that.
Makes it easy.
Yeah, so yeah, venue was number 1 on the list. And then when we were looking for venues, we pretty much just Googled and asked for recommendations from friends, family, anybody who was familiar with the area that we're getting married in, who's been to weddings, that kind of thing. And I made a list on Excel, like the Google Docs, where I could see it, his mom could see it, my mom could see it, our dad's family, everybody could get on there and kind of see what we were looking at. And actually, okay, so this is what my list looked like. I had tons and tons of venues on here, the links to the websites, all of the details once we talked to them, and all of the questions that I wanted to ask each venue. So, just scroll in. If I scroll to the top, I ranked them. So this was my first pick, and then it went from there. I listed the times that we could go see the venue, the links to the venues, the details to the venues, how much money it would be, the contacts, that kind of a thing. So then once we kind of like narrowed it down to the venues that we had, it was easy for me to find and see and look at. All of the information is right here, and I really liked how I organized that, but you know, it's personal preference. And then also here are my questions. I'll just kind of scroll.
Yeah, doing all this just made it so much easier to like pick out a venue, you know?
What? Yeah, so the Excel was a really nice way to organize our venues, and then from there we narrowed it down to 3 or 4, I can't remember exactly, but basically 3 or 4 venues that we wanted to have somebody see in person for us, because like I said, we live in Arizona and we unfortunately just can't fly back whenever we want to do whatever we want. We had his mom and sister go look at Gervasi, and while they were there, they asked all of the questions that I had on my list and got all of the details. They FaceTimed Tyler and I on my lunch so we could see the venue as much as we could, you know, through the phone, and kind of just gave us their opinion on it, and they really loved it. From what we could tell from the video, we really loved it and decided that just on the price and the package and everything included and what we were looking for our wedding, it was the best fit for us. So we decided to book Gervasi, and yeah, I don't know, that's it. End of video. Now, 6 months later, we went and saw the venue for the first time, which I will include those clips here in this video. And it's also in our Ohio vlog video, which is already up. You should go check it out.
So take a gander.
Take a gander. Okay. Yeah. So, hashtag Scalina strikes a wife. Hashtag Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's really cool.
I think we can make one.
What's it doing? Okay, just really quickly, I want to talk about how I'm organizing everything throughout the whole wedding process, and this is how. This is the wedding Bible, our wedding binder. I got this from Barnes & Noble. It's really, really nice. It's where I'm keeping everything, and yeah, so let me just show you. This is what it is. When you open it, it has this, and then it's kind of broken down into color inspo, timeline and budget, guest list and invitations, venue and menu, dress accessories, ceremony and bridal, and then photos, flowers, big day and beyond, and then everything else. It has a nice area for just kind of everything. Yeah. Okay. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in our next
video.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can join us on our journey and come to the Scalina wedding. Woo!
High fives out of the camera. There you go. I don't know what to do with the box. Where do I put it? Just like this? Okay, I'm ready. I would just start like rambling because you don't have to like